What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today we will be talking about this Yamato figure, which is the price H of the WT100 Memorial. Eiichiro Oda draws the Great Pirates 100 Views Ichiban Kuji series. I had previously talked about that series in an overview, but today we will try to go more in-depth for this figure. Before we get started, let's take a quick look at the box first. Right at the front, we have our Ichiban Kuji logo, the series logo, One Piece logo, and we have a photo of what we're gonna get inside. This is price H from the Ichiban Kuji, Bandai Spirits logo. Side view here, it shows you the drawing done by Oda and all the figures in this series. The other side, we have another photo of Yamato. At the back, we have a part of the art that connects with the rest of the boxes. At the top here, we have a white Toei sticker to prove its authenticity. Bear in mind here, this is different. This is not actually a sticker. It is printed onto the box, which is something different, something new that I've noticed. This Yamato figure comes in quite a number of pieces. We have Yamato herself coming in one piece. We have her weapon coming in two pieces. And for the acrylic background, the acrylic panels, we have three main pieces here. Two connection joints, one base, and we also have an instruction sheet here on how to put the figure together. This is how Yamato looks like, and similar to what I mentioned before in the previous video, I really like the pose. I feel that this is quite a dynamic movement that she's doing, and of course we also have her weapon here. What I mainly don't like about this figure, or in fact all the figures from this series, is that they come with the very bulky and ugly base, and they're slanted at an angle. It is impossible to display her without the base. She needs to be connected towards the planks here at this leg, so that is what it is. Another thing is the acrylic panels. I feel that they are not necessary if you only want to display a figure on its own. So in this case, the panels actually, they act, I would say, more of a distraction to the figure. It doesn't really improve on the figure display. They would probably look good if you have the whole set of figures together, then you can complete the artwork done by Oda, just get the whole visual effect. But as an individual figure, it definitely just steals attention away from Yamato, and I feel that, especially Katakuri here. I love Katakuri, but man, he's given a very bad spot here, just right at the front of Yamato, just trying to steal the spotlight from her. Let us take a closer look at the figure, starting from the head sculpt. Yamato's character likeness, I feel that this is honestly one of the better ones, if not the best, out of all the Yamato figures we have seen so far. Looking at it in real life, to me, this is as accurate as possible to the source material, whether or not it is the manga or the anime. But the printing overall on the eyes, the eyebrows, those are very clean, no issues with that. And for the mouth details, I think it is still fine, it is still quite decent. Maybe on some angles it can look a bit weird with how the teeth are positioned, but overall, if you just look at it from a decent distance, like where I'm looking at about maybe 1 foot away, that is totally fine, and I think it looks as perfect as it can be. For the horns, we also have the color transition from orange to dark red, so it definitely added details here. Across all the Yamato figures, we have different styles, different creative differences on how they paint this. Probably the Grand Line Lady one is the most distinct, but here they try to be more subtle. I would think that's what they are doing. Overall, the hair sculpt is decent. It is not the most crazy. You can see that here there's a bit of a seam line, and all the grooves of the hair, those are sculpted. Not very deep edged lines, just pretty much on the surface level. And here we can see her ear, the earrings over there. And I'll just turn towards the back so you guys can have a better look on the color transition. From the whites, it goes to teal, goes to aqua, whatever that color is, blue or something. We also have the hairpins here, painted in something like an orange yellow. Towards the front here, we also have few of her hair strands flying outwards to show some motion. Moving on to her body, I would say that the detail and quality on her outfit, it is fairly good. Not a lot of crazy stuff going on, but they definitely try to put a bit more effort into designing the sculpt. At her top, we have the printing for these designs. Those are done quite well. These logos, I have no idea what that is, and this wavy blue line, a bit of folds over here. You can't really see her cleavage at the top. In case you're wondering, there's nothing much to see there, but definitely you can see a difference in layers over there. Towards the bottom half, the red part here, they definitely added a shading and shadowing in certain grooves and folds. I'll try to turn it around. It is not my natural lighting that is giving them the shadows. These are all intentional. So they definitely wanted to have a bit more depth with the colors, playing with shadows on the figure. Generally, the folding on the outfit are all well done to be a bit more natural for the figure, to complement her motion. Something I want to mention is that usually during this opening of the red skirt, some figures they actually show the skin of Yamato coming out. So they have a part of the continuation of her top, and then bottom part it is just a bit of a skin. So there are differences across different Yamato figures. I have no idea why. Maybe it is not standardized or is not clear enough. But in this case, the way they've done it is to show the outfit reaching all the way to the bottom here. So no skin color. This is definitely not the skin. And on this angle, you can see her side boob. So I think you guys would like that. Maybe the connection is not the best. Could have been better. Could have been more natural and more seamless. On the other side, it is not that much compared to her right. Towards the back, we have the rope similar to the one on Oden. Details are good with the thread lines and the grooves. You can actually feel the texturing. And the one on here and the one here is different. Towards the end, I think they purposely made it more rough, so you can definitely feel the difference. For her arms, her hands, the details are not too crazy over here. I don't think the fingernails are painted at all, just slightly sculpted onto the figure. There are some seam lines in certain areas, like over here. I'm not sure if you can see, so maybe the finishing could have been better there. And I would say the way they sculpted her arms, they do seem to have a bit of muscle, so I appreciate that. Her weapon here, the club that she always uses, you can tell that there's an obvious gloss and shine to it. And they also added this rough texturing to probably mimic the kind of material this is supposed to be, like cast iron or whatever. I have no idea what it is. The two pieces actually connect over here, but you can move this up and down a bit so that the connection can be hidden within the palms. Last but not least, there's nothing to see here for Yamato, just her two legs coming out from the skirt. So they didn't add the details here. And overall, the legs, I don't think there's much I can speak about. These are the sandals, decent in quality. Same for the one over here. So here, obviously, you can tell that this part is just for you to connect to the base. And really, there's no other way to put this figure. This is the base with very simplistic planks. You can just see for yourself how the details are. Nothing much, and it's probably hollow just from the sound of hitting it. You can tell the material is a lot different than the one on the figure, and this is just where the back panel goes in. It's a very well designed groove, and here is for the Katakuri panel to be put inside. I'll give you guys a close up on the panel, and this is essentially the most left side of the drawing. Here we have Big Mom, and going up here we have Oden. Oden is kind of a separate piece. I'll just show you guys a side. This is how it connects, and it has a slant to it. I think you can tell from over here. And behind him we have Kaido. We have, oh my god, I forgot her name. Hiyori, is that her name? Kozuki Hiyori. And here we have Okiku, and of course the other guy right at the front. We have Katakuri. The height of this figure from the bottom of the base to the top of the weapon here, that is 22.5 cm, a bit more than 8 3/4 inches. If you want me to just take a body height from the lowest point of her feet to the top of her head around the horns, that is 18 cm, around 7 inches. I have no idea which figures I can take out to do some scale comparison, but here I have my Masterlise Best Edition Luffy, which is around the same scale as your King of Artists, your Master Stars piece, Flag Diamond Ship, Glitter and Glamours, Glitter and Brave. And over here I have my Portrait of Pirates Playback Memories Nami. So obviously Yamato is a lot smaller. I do feel that she is quite close to the Grand Line series scale, but currently I do not own any one of them, so I can't do a proper comparison for you guys, unfortunately. Here I have my Figuarts Zero Marineford Luffy, and here I have my BWFC Katakuri. I have no idea why when I saw it on my shelf, I was like, maybe this two could work out, roughly just looking at the sizes, and I think it's actually not bad, right guys? I think they actually look sort of quite similar in scale. Of course, it's not accurate in terms of lore to the story, but as figures, side by side, pretty dynamic poses, they match quite well. Unfortunately, their bases are very obstructing. If not, I could put them closer and maybe they look like a good duo. Totally random, but I thought it's cool. For Luffy, I think that this Yamato actually scale quite well with the Figuarts Zero series. I do not have the Figuarts Zero Yamato coming in. I might in the future, we will see. And if it happens, I can give you guys a comparison on that. But just solely looking at this two, like the head sizes, the body proportions, and even stylistically, they are very close. So they might even look good together, just side by side like this. Of course, you'd have to get them to position nicely. Alright guys, that's all I have for this Yamato figure. I hope this longer video has given you guys more insights into her. In conclusion, I'm in a bit of a middle ground when it comes to this figure. Just looking at the figure itself on her own, I absolutely love it. I love the pose, I love her character likeness, I love the dynamism. The overall details are all quite good in my opinion. But the deal breaker for me, as you expect, it is the base. It is just so huge, taking up unnecessary space and positioning the figure at a weird angle. It is a big conundrum because in my opinion, this is honestly a really good Yamato figure, better than the Grand Line Lady, better than the 100th anniversary Yamato, probably on a close level to the Figuarts Zero, but to me the Figuarts Zero Yamato looks much more young. The facial likeness is not exactly there. End of the day, it is what it is, so it's up to you whether or not you want this figure. If you are a Yamato fan, you would probably get your hands on this. For the rest of you guys, just weigh it up yourself and see whether or not the same things affecting me are also affecting you. Alright guys, as usual, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share them with your friends. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notifications button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I will see you very soon. Goodbye.